1,000 or 2,000 years ago who is being reborn. It is a state of consciousness that is born again. When a mother places a child on her knee, whispers in his ear that he is God walking the earth, and tells him that he can do all that Jesus did, she is seeing her boy as God had planned. If the mother believes her statements, her belief will be automatically transferred to the child's subjective consciousness, and he will become her ideal. I was young, now I am old. Yet never have I seen the righteous forsaken, nor their seed beg bread. If parents live the law, if teachers teach the law of life, the truth of being to the young, then their seed shall never beg bread. This means these children shall never become the beggars, outcasts, thieves, and tyrants of the world. No. They shall fulfill the ideals of the parents. They must fulfill the prayer of the parents, because true prayer is always answered. If parents will impress their subjective minds with wonderful dreams for their boys or girls, then according to their belief will it be done unto them. By changing our opinions, beliefs, ideas, and ideals, by teaching the youth of the nation who they really are, by showing them the way, the truth, and the light, we can build the kingdom of heaven on earth. Then we will prevent the rebirth of dictators, despots, former undesirable states of consciousness, which are perpetuated by prejudices, racial hatreds, and fear of the unknown. Let us teach children of the great accomplishments of the poets, artists, engineers, chemists, physicists, astronomers, and others. Let them emulate these great men. There is so much for a child to learn about the great writers of the world and the giants of world literature that the beautiful works of man cannot be exhausted in what is ordinarily called a lifetime. After he is taught good, the child will emulate good. In reality, we are all dreaming. When man fully awakens, he knows that planets are thoughts, suns and moons are thoughts, and his own consciousness is the space which sustains them all. He begins to realize that the whole world is a thought. For example, he becomes aware of the fact that the body is not real, but it is a thought or idea held in consciousness. The body has no life apart from consciousness. He realizes that there is absolutely no reality to matter or the body of man. It is a group of ideas and opinions. Man gives life to ideas and opinions as long as he believes them. When he disbelieves the errors, these ideas have no life in them. Man was never born, and he will never die. There is no death. Death is an idea that exists in the minds of men. As long as man believes in death, he must witness and experience it. Man has no beginning and no end. He always was, just as God always was, is, and shall be. God and man are one. I and my Father are one. The man who is always quoting so-called authorities to prove the modern theories of reincarnation is himself without authority. He is still crying in the wilderness and calling other men masters and adepts. Call no man master. Salute no man on the highway. Salute the God within. The kingdom of God is within, and if someone tells you it is, lo here, lo there, believe him not. The kingdom of heaven is within man. Where's the truth? It is within yourself. Look within. Search the scriptures, said Jesus. This means that all has been written in your subjective mind from the foundation. All knowledge is within. All wisdom is within. All beings that ever lived are within you now. You can project the likeness of any living being, past or present, for all men are states of consciousness, qualities of mind expressed. All moods, tones, qualities, and vibrations are within you, because God is within and he cannot be divided. All is contained in the part. Christ cannot be divided, and Christ means consciousness, the subjective self of man, the Christos, or Christ man, the so-called Jesus Christ, or God-man, knows all men are within himself. He knows that, objectively speaking, all beings are projections in space of himself, the one man. Are there not thousands of cases over the world of men who have completely lost their former identity and personality, assumed new lives, entered different professions, and in many cases even remarried? These men were victims of amnesia or loss of memory concerning their former selves. They could not remember their former wives or children. They had no recollection of their former professions or occupations. They assumed a new role in life. They were changed men entirely because they had changed their consciousness. There is only consciousness. Let us stop quoting authorities on spiritual subjects. As long as we quote authorities, we cease to be the authority. All power is given to us in heaven and on earth. Let us use it. In the spiritual sense, we are all victims of amnesia. We have forgotten who we really are, and we tell ourselves that we are worms of the dust. Take, for example, a man who goes to sleep, and when he awakens, he has completely forgotten who he is and gravitates to the slums. His social world becomes the slums. His friends, knowing what has happened, try to coax him back to his former status. Because of amnesia, his former way of life is entirely blotted from his memory. He believes his place is in the slums. He only smiles at these old acquaintances whom he no longer knows. He accepts as true the role he now plays. The day comes when his memory is restored and he awakens to his rightful status. With certainty and promptness, he returns to the environment consonant with the dignity of his upbringing. He wonders why he is in the slums. What has transpired is all a dream of the unreality. Awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee light. Ephesians 5:14.